by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out Renew PM, the ultimate nighttime recovery formula. Fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed. Renew PM can only be found at Nutrition Authority, the home of better than internet pricing. Own the night with Renew PM. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try something wild, they've got the burger that gets you. HF Crave. Fresh, local, craveable. Find them at 48th and Holdridge or order online at hfcrave.com.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, for brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Want to quit tobacco? You don't have to do it alone. The Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line can help you quit any type of tobacco. We offer professional coaches to help you create a personalized quit plan with an online community to support you along the way. Plus, we'll connect you to resources like medications to help you quit, so you have everything you need to become tobacco-free. Quit with confidence. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
A career providing care that matters. Great wages and state benefits. A team devoted to serving Nebraska's veterans and their families. That's what you'll find at the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. With openings in nursing, food service, administration, and more, our veterans homes in Bellevue, Kearney, Norfolk, and Scotts Bluff have a role for you. Find your new career at veterans.nebraska.gov/employment. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us. The things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Greetings, Ebenezer Scrooge here. I've always had the reputation of being a bit down on the holidays, but that's all changed since I discovered Nebraska Lottery Merry Money Holiday Scratch Tickets. They're fast, fun, and easy.
Scrooge!
Oh, there you are. Pardon me. The ghost of Christmas future and I are going to a holiday gathering. I know he sounds a bit gloomy, but once he starts scratching tickets, he's the life of the party.
Top prize odds vary by game.
This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown! 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back in. Don't Punt Hour. Good morning. Pierson-El, Harrison Arns, as always, taking you through 10 to 11 p.m. before we get to me and DP. And we'll get you guys to midnight, from 11 to midnight. All right, with that being said, you guys are welcome to join in. 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line. You've heard me say it a million times. Good morning, Pierson-El. How's it going on a pretty nice Tuesday?
Not too bad, you know. Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. Hopefully a few more dollars. Inflation's matter. The dollar day is not going to cut it anymore. That was a stupid joke. You didn't have to pity laugh, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Let's talk some NFL. Good morning, Pierson-El. I want to switch it up. We've done it before, but let's do winners and losers when we break through these games here. The biggest loser, well, you can make some arguments. Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think even if they win that game, you're still looking at a pretty long tunnel before you're out of the woods. But Mahomes going down was the brutal cherry on top.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've been ever since you would say that Tom Brady is kind of like left, or when Tom Brady was on his way out, the Chiefs have kind of been the new Patriots, the face of the league and everything like that. So with Mahomes and his situation and everything like that, yeah, they're definitely losers for now.
Yeah, and they'll reload probably next year.
Sure.
They'll be back to being winners. I'm not prophesizing. I'm not hoping. I'm just saying
it's been a trouble year for them. They haven't really been healthy all year. We started the year with their top receiver, suspended for 6 games. He had an injury last year. So they I feel like they were just behind the ball from the get-go.
Yeah, and it just never was fully healthy, never looked right. And to be fair, they did have one of the tougher schedules in the NFL. There wasn't a lot of easy games, especially the way some of these teams played down the stretch here. One of the tougher schedules, I think, in the NFL. And I think maybe they stopped paying the refs. The refs haven't always been on their side. I never fully believed in that conspiracy with the Chiefs, but that's a tough one.
Certain players get treatment.
Certain players do. That part is legitimately true. And you'd see that with Holmes on the sideline every now and then. If he would flop, he would sometimes get the call. And I don't know if that's the refs just kind of subconsciously making those calls, but it doesn't matter anymore because, like I said, they are officially out of the NFL playoffs. They have been eliminated. We want to do it? Well, we'll do another loser because this one's big for me because we play them on Saturday, and it's not one that I feel great about. The Packers.
I would feel like you feel a lot better with Mika being gone. I mean, that hurts. I think with him
I don't
there,
like that though. I mean, I'll be honest. It's like I'll take who comes on the field, but you don't like playing a team that is not at full strength, especially a weekend that they had where you just, my Lord, just straight up injured. If you had one sentence to describe that team, this was a tragic week for them. And if we win that game, the conversation's going to be like, well, we weren't at our fullest. You didn't beat us when we were healthy and whatever. I mean, we'll take the win, but yeah, I'm never looking forward to players getting hurt, even if we're going up against them. That is a tough week for the Packers, who were legitimately title contenders, especially if they got that offense to be consistent. The defense was legit, and that's tough for the Packers.
I still think they're losers. Like I said, they've been the same team kind of without Micah, and Micah, gave them a different edge with him being gone and everything like that. They're not as scary as they were.
Yeah, and
Jordan Love is still the same old Jordan Love. Like I'm not buying stock on that. I told you every third game or after every third game, he lays a duck. So he's playing hot right now. He's got about 2 games to where it's going to look ugly.
Yeah, and then no Tucker Kraft. They lost him earlier as well. I mean, a lot of their better offense players are down and out of the mix. So we'll see what those guys do. They're currently sitting there at 7th in the NFC playoff race. The Bears,
which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been that way. The Bears were in first place. They lost to the Packers, got kicked to 7th place. They beat the Browns, and then the Packers lost. So now the Browns are back up to 2, and the Packers are back down to 7.
Musical chairs.
It is quite literally. It's kind of ironic. The Packers, We just got to beat the Bears. And then they go beat the Bears. And then 2 weeks later, they're going to be sitting there right where they started. But, you got to win those games. Tough one out there. Other winners, just individually, Kyle Pitts. He had a great game.
He better. I mean, that's you kind of on your last leg. I mean, I would say he's kind of had an underperforming career there, but I also feel like they haven't really put him in, very winnable positions. Like it's been kind of okay here. It's give and take. So I mean that situation is 50-50, but I mean he's still a heck of a talent.
I mean, I think having Kirk Cousins at quarterback's helped him a lot too, because Kirk Cousins is going to utilize those tight ends. I mean,
for sure.
He was at the Vikings every year. That's why the Vikings would put some money. What was it, Hawkinson? They made sure to get him in the mix. Like he's been pretty legit at finding tight ends and knowing how to utilize them. And I think that's why you saw an uptick in Pitts. Is Kirk Cousins is a tight end feeder. He'll get those guys the ball when they're open and loves utilizing them. And Kyle Pitts is finally saw a big surge in targets in this one. I don't know what he did on fantasy. That's how I first noticed it. I was like, who the hell is going on with Kyle?
I think he had 30 points.
Yeah, depending on what league he was in, like 35, or if you're doing points per reception, some were like in the 40s, depending on which league you were in. So a crazy monster performance, just getting off of fantasy, just individually. It was a great game for him. And Kirk Cousins has still got it, I think. Not elite, but he's good.
I mean, he's a good football player. He's a vet. He's been around. He's seen it all. So I mean, you expect him, at some point in time. I mean, and then he's one of those players that kind of like Love. Like he'll have a few games, and then he'll have a game. You're like, what the hell is this? So I mean, it's just the Falcons have been inconsistent. Michael Penix has been hurt on and off and everything like that. They got to get stuff figured out with that, so they can be consistent, because at the beginning of the year, they were rolling, and it just kind of it had a slow leak, and I don't think they really ever got back to how they started off the season, because they started off the season strong.
Yeah, and they've kind of fallen apart. But like I said, nice to see it. I mean, they're not really contenders for anything, but you're wondering where that team was at in the locker room, and that was a good performance for them.
They're a young team as well. Like they have a lot of young, talented players at positions and everything like that. And I think that coach has them going in the right way. You just got to give them some time, and Penix has to stay healthy, and he has to show up.
Yeah, and that's the one you're waiting to see. If they got something in Penix, you'll see that team make some strides.
It's been flashes, Mm-hmm. So I mean, we've seen guys with the right offensive coordinator flourish. Look at Drake May. Look at Jaden Daniels. Bo Nix, like it's there. You just, I'm not quite so sure if the offensive coordinator down there is kind of the correct piece.
Fair enough. Who would you take right now, Michael Penix Jr. or JJ McCarthy?
Penix, and it's not close.
Michael Penix Jr. or Justin Fields? You would take Michael Penix Jr. I'm trying to think of a quarterback.
They're both hurt a lot.
Yeah.
I would still probably take Penix.
Daniel Jones or Penix?
Penix.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of quarterbacks in his class.
Daniel Jones is hurt. Like he's so it's just he's always been that, even with the Giants.
Yeah, he's hard to compare. Like you just need to see more tape.
Penix is still young.
Yeah.
And it's like the way that the league is going and everything like that, like the style and kind of quarterback he is, you rather have that than not. Not to say that Danny Dimes is not or anything like that, but he's younger. I'll take that.
Yeah, fair enough. He's still unproven. It is what I'd put the stamp on him. Like not that he can't be, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's been flashes, and it's been enough to where like, okay, he has a talented group around him and everything like that. It's just, it's kind of like that. Like you kickstart a dirt bike, like the right kick it will get you started. It just hasn't been consistent enough.
Fair enough. Let's keep it moving here. Do you got any losers you want to talk about before I go out with the next one?
Cowboys.
Who'd they play? I'm blanking on it right now.
Who did they play?
Cowboys played. I have it right here. I can look at it. Oh, that's right. The Vikings. And JJ McCarthy played okay. He was 15 for 24, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick.
I'm hit or miss on the Cowboys, and I'll say this because I think offensively they found some stuff. Javonte Williams, they got him. I think he's their running back moving forward. I mean, if you want to go draft something and everything like that, but I mean, he's a 1,000-yard rusher. He's been a solid fix. They got it solved on offense. I think that coach did definitely. He shocked me. I was definitely a doubter, but he's definitely done stuff on the offensive side. On the defensive side, I think they got better with pieces and whatnot. But I mean, you got not Stephon Diggs.
Addison?
No, his brother, Trayvon Diggs.
Oh.
You got Trayvon Diggs on the sideline, which you paid him 2 years ago. It's heading toward an ugly divorce. He's been healthy, and yet he hasn't necessarily been out there. And he's probably one of your better defenders. You don't know what's going to happen. What you do, he's not going to be there next year. I know that for a fact. What's
the tougher holdout, Diggs or Ayuk?
Say that again.
What's the tougher holdout, Diggs or Ayuk? Because Ayuk's just like done.
Ayuk.
Yeah, that's situation.
Because I mean, they paid Ayuk the next following season. You got hurt, and then the next following season, everybody kind of got hurt. They traded away pieces, and they were expecting to have you at some point in time to kind of take that big step and be the number one receiver. He was the number one receiver, getting scraps.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of bailing them out, and for whatever reason, it just went the way it went for a good 2 years. This started last year. This wasn't just so. This has been going on 2 years straight. So it's definitely him.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. Because even in Ayuk's case, like, you're going to be the dude if you come back. Like, if your complaint is your share of touches, come back. You'll get them. A lot of them.
Because Pierson-El, he hasn't really been active or whatnot and everything like that. They got rid of Debo.
Mm-hmm.
Kittle is necessarily still there. McCaffrey's still there. Like, you for sure was going to get an uptick. So like I said, that one is just weird because they haven't really reported on it, and I mean they've done a good job of keeping things in house. I will say that.
Yeah,
it hasn't really been.
The most you get from is Ayuk. You'll kind of lightly talk about it, but it's really only coming from him.
And the 49ers shut things down, so you really don't know like what the issue is or what kind of was the factor to drive a stake between it. And so I mean, commend them because that's not easy. Typically, everybody knows everybody's business.
Leave it to the 49ers to run a clean organization. That I will say. They typically do a good job. That's why they win so many games every year. That's why they're always in contention, despite the injuries happening in the first place. But to Brandon Ayuk, bummer. I mean, he's a fun player to watch. I'm just a little bit surprised that, like I said, it's like no intention for him to come back. Maybe he does. I highly doubt it. The other loser I wanted to talk about was, and I said I was rooting for him, not in this game, was Shedeur Sanders. My Bears did him dirty. We are turnover machines for a reason, but that was a tough showing. And it was a cold game too. So it is.
He's a rookie, so I mean, you can't expect. It's gonna happen. People are gonna take away things again. Defensive coordinators, the defense gets paid to do something, and the Bears, does have a very turnover heavy team. So I mean, it's a learning experience. I'm not, it'll definitely bounce back. It's still better than Taylor Gabriel.
Dylan, you just call him Taylor.
Whatever, exactly. Him,
Taylor Gabriel.
Whatever.
That's funny. No, I mean, like, to your point, I agree. I'd still go, despite him. Like, listen, you throw 4 picks, you wouldn't call that a winner. If it's not a winner, that's a loser. It does not mean I'm out on Shedeur Sanders.
No.
Listen, I'm going to keep saying it. The Bears are a good team. That's a good defense to go up against, especially the way they're playing right now. You're playing at Soldier Field. It's negative 20 degrees. He did not look good. Dylan Gabriel's had more games where he did not look good. And at home in premium weather versus bad teams, Dylan Gabriel's managed to look bad and sometimes horrible. So no, that's a loser
awful
this week, but I'm not convinced that he'll be a loser down the road. Like, I still think he shows flashes. That last week versus the Titans, he should have won that game. I don't know why he wasn't.
He was competing. It's like that wasn't on him. He kept you in the game.
Yeah, he had I think like 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns, 300 plus yards. And then this was a little bit of a bumpy road. Same thing happened to Love, Williams, all these quarterbacks go through this bumpy road if they're ever going to make it through. And he's on the Browns organization, so that's already, 10 yards behind the starting block.
Yes.
Got a little bit of disadvantage right out of the gate with that team. So I'm sorry, you're a loser this week, but I'm not totally out on Shedeur Sanders. I just think he played a good defense, and Bears got the better of him. But that's tough showing. You could say Myles Garrett is a winner, slight loser. 1 sack away from getting the record. Just needs one.
And they got like 3 games left. Like he'll get that.
So he'll get there. So again, he didn't get it in that Bears Browns game, but man, again, it just kind of goes back to the wasted year the Browns have had. This happens all the time. Who was that? Help me out here. The Hall of Famer lineman. He's an absolute monster. He played with the Browns forever. He was like
Thomas.
Yes.
Joe Thomas.
Joe Thomas. Like they've had some historically great players in certain
They
positions,
hit on players, and for whatever
with.
reason, it just does not work.
Well, the offense is always so horrendous. It doesn't matter. And then they'll get elite running backs in there, like when Chubb was down there and Ford. What they call it? The Chunt duo. Like between those two, you had one of the best running games, and then you had Baker Mayfield at the helm. You had it right there. Defense was good. You piss it away. Just flat out. You can't figure it out. Some of the better players move on. They have had some legendary players they just do nothing with. Their career just goes with the Browns. Like, it's sad that the only thing exciting happening for the Browns this year is they're just, Myles Garrett got some more sacks. We can watch that storyline. That is the
and he signed a major contract. He'll probably win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. Congratulations. I'm glad that, what do the Browns have? 3 wins?
Yeah, I think so.
3-11. Wasted year for that defense. Really good defense. And they didn't look good in that Bears game, but for the most part, that Browns defense has been very, very legit, and they just don't ever have an offense to show for it. All right, I think that's all the losers off the top of my head there. Your Raiders fall in that category every week, and I hate to tell you, I didn't even think it'd be this bad. You heard me before the season started. I was high on these guys. I thought they had something in the water.
I told you it was Chip. I don't care.
You were right. Chip Kelly.
They have, like I said, they have a few things that they got to get corrected. Like I said, and I think it starts with the protection up front. Geno's still a good quarterback. I mean, year before last year, he went 10-7. Like that's not by chance, So they have a few pieces to shuffle around. You got to get Genty going and everything like that. The defense can keep you in some games. You just, we're playing with one hand tied behind our back. So it is what it is.
Are you worried at all? It's like a top to bottom issue. Like it sits high up top that no matter what you do with coaches, it's never going to get done right. Cause it's just okay.
No, because I mean, at times where they've had the right coaches in there and, things were going in the right direction, and it was what it was. You had Bisaccia in there. Gruden left. You had Gruden in there.
Got to bring him back.
He's not coming back. The team wanted him there, and I think AP. For whatever reason, you got him out of there, and he had you playing Raider style type ball, and even with the legendary coach of Pete Carroll, it honestly looks worse.
I know.
So, again, like I said, it goes to show AP wasn't the issue. And you really didn't give him enough time to kind of get stuff situated, but he had the team around him or whatnot. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's one of those things where people want to win now, and you got to give them some time. And I don't think they've given the right people enough time or made the right assessment necessarily with having the right people in places.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you guys have the worst situation.
No.
But, okay, would you rather take the Jets situation or the Raiders?
Raiders.
Titans?
Raiders.
Browns?
Raiders.
Yeah. And I'm just throwing out Giants?
Still Raiders.
Yeah. That one's closer, though. Giants are in a tough spot. Saints?
I mean...
Saints are in a dire spot.
It depends, because if you could turn around the Saints and everything like that, that division is weak. Like,
yeah.
So I mean, potentially there, like the Raiders, the AFC West is a tough division. Like you got 3 heavy hitters there like that. Like, you know, you got to kind of bring your A game, and it's going to take you some time. If you can turn around the Saints and everything like that, you can go to the playoffs every year.
That's true. I take the Saints in that situation just because you guys have the Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs. Just not this year, which is phenomenal. But the Raiders also didn't take advantage of it, and Broncos and Chargers are still too good. So you wouldn't surpass those guys anyways. It's you guys are probably just in what has been the toughest division in football. You could throw in that division, the NFC North,
NFC West,
AFC North too, maybe. But the thing about the Bengals is they're so hurt all the time that you can't even really say those guys anymore.
It's not consistent. Like I said, the West, you got the Rams, you got the Seahawks, and
yeah, you're looking at the NFC West probably as the de facto one, or you're
in Seattle.
Yeah. Seattle 49ers, Rams.
That's what I meant. 49ers. I said Seahawks and 49ers twice. Yeah. So I mean, they're one of the tougher divisions.
The two West, the AFC West and the NFC West. I mean, those are probably the 1-2. And then you could NFC North. I'm not sure where that falls.
I will go third just because of like the Lions are still the Lions. Like I said, the Lions lost both an offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, and like you know they're retooling. So that offense has to learn a whole new, different type of offensive play calling style. That takes time. That defense, it's a dude that's been there, but again, he's first in the role of actually letting calling stuff. So it's gonna take some time. It's a down year, and yet you're still in playoff contention.
Well, and even for the Vikings, who what a disastrous start. Like they're somehow still sitting here.
Who didn't see that coming?
Yeah, it's the Vikings. But like you give that to, say JJ McCarthy gets drafted by the Browns, they probably have 1 win at best. But the Vikings figure out ways to get things to work, no matter who that quarterback is, whether it's Dobbs for a few.
What if the Vikings would have took Bo Nix? Completely different.
Oh, they are title contenders.
You know what I'm saying? So it was self-inflicted. Like I said, JJ's been playing better. We'll see where it goes, but I'm not high on it.
Yeah, I'm not either. Give me a few more of those games, and then I can start talking about it a little bit more seriously. With that being said, we'll throw it to break. We'll talk about some of the NFL winners since we got through some of the NFL losers. On the other side of things, don't go anywhere. 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
Load up on meat and more this holiday season at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. Keep your eyes posted to the Mercado's social media pages for specific daily deals from now all the way through New Year's Eve on December 31st. Don't forget their other locations, now open at 30th and Yankee Hill and 84th and Old Cheney in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out Renew PM, the ultimate nighttime recovery formula. Fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed. Renew PM can only be found at Nutrition Authority, the home of better than internet pricing. Own the night with Renew PM. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in. Some more NFL talk, but quickly before we get there, since it was breaking news today, and I know you watched quite a bit of it. You've been following his career pretty much probably since the start.
Told you.
What'd you tell me?
He was going to retire after Canelo.
Damn, I wanted one match at Memorial Stadium, DeMornay. Just one, and then he could have retired.
After he beat Canelo, like, people are going to want to fight him just because it's a money grab, but you know you're going to lose. Like, ain't nobody finna fight Bud.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. Selfishly, I wanted a match at Memorial Stadium.
Canelo has been the face of boxing since Mayweather left.
Yep.
He slayed that giant.
Defiantly, by the way. It wasn't just he barely scraped out of there. He kicked.
And they still cheated numbers. Like, it was way closer than it actually was. But he slayed that giant. Man, it ain't too many people. Like, yeah, they're going to talk this and that again. Like I said, he's going to get in the ring and dismantle you. So, I mean, hell of a career to him. Pound for pound, best, you can greatest of all, whatever you want to call it, he's that. Like I said, it ain't too many people that you could put in that category of what he was doing to people.
Yeah, 5-time champ. How many
different weight classes?
Divisions, weight classes? 3.
I think it's 5. I don't want to misspeak. 5.
Okay,
6,
yeah, I don't want to get that wrong either. I'll just say multiple divisions, multi-time champion, Terrence Bud Crawford, 42-0. I mean, the guy, I think he's 38 years old. He's beaten everyone he's need to beat. He got to the top of the mountain, looked around and said, well, there's no one else here.
And nobody else on his climb, nobody wanted a piece of that.
No, except for the people he's beat are clamoring for rematches, money grab. They want to take a little bit of money. And, I agree with it. It's fine. And the quote that he said on his own announcement is what makes I totally agree with him. And I wish more fighters, especially in these combat sports, would agree to this or think the same way. He says, quote, verbatim, I'm stepping away from competition, not because I'm done fighting, but because I want a different kind of battle. The one where you walk away on your own terms. Beautifully said. We've seen it way too many times where you have these athletes go past their prime and then way past their prime. And those are the scenarios that you remember in kind of sadness, because especially in a sport like boxing or UFC, some of those guys, they're not the same if they keep going on past their prime. So yeah, walk out on your own terms, walk out as the best. You could probably go on there and keep fighting people, but do you need to prove it anymore?
Who's going to nobody want? People are trying to keep a perfect, that's what boxing is now. People don't want to take losses and everything like that. So with a guy of his stature, again, who's going to risk that?
You could find some fights, but they wouldn't be worth his time.
They're not going to be his last 3 fights.
Yeah. He could
his last 3 fights. He's won belts at every. He won belts with Spitz. He won belts with is it Matrimov? Mm-hmm. He moved up to 154. He was a champion at 154. He took that belt. He moved up to what was it? Where I think he caught Canelo at a catchweight. I think it wasn't 164. I don't know exactly what it was, or it might have been. But you caught him at a catchweight where he still had belts. And so his last 3 fights, he's fighting world champs and taking people's belts. Come on now.
Incredible. Yeah, like I said, he could find fights, they would not be worth his time.
No, they're not.
Nothing in close to caliber.
What does he what else does he have to prove?
Nothing. Quite literally nothing. So which leads me to the question, because he doesn't have anything left to prove, is he on that Mount Rushmore? The boxing one's hard, but Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray, and
you got it. There's for every weight group, there's about 2 people you can put up there. Ward, you can't not have him.
Mike Tyson.
Does
Mayweather make it?
Huh?
Does Floyd Mayweather make it?
Yeah.
Do you take Crawford or Floyd Mayweather?
Say that again?
Crawford or Floyd? Because you only get 4 heads on the mountain.
I would have to look at that. That's a hard discussion. People can go and pick Floyd was picking, the people he was fighting and everything like that. For him to get to 50-0 and everything like that, I think his last 2 fights kind of were cupcakes.
Yeah,
people would say and everything like that. So, but his resume is his resume. I mean, Floyd changed the game of boxing completely from people just the two best people fighting any given. That people wanted to see certain stuff to where people went from that to switching to they wanted to protect their undefeated. So he changed the landscape of boxing. I don't know. There's a lot of people that you got to sit down and kind of think about. That's you got about, I would say, 6 or 7 people that legitimately deserve to be up there. Does Crawford deserve to be up there? I think so.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to your point, it's the problem with boxing is it's such a historic sport and you've had so many greats and they're great for different things. Like Floyd Mayweather is going to go down as one of the best defenses in all of boxing. try to get a hit on that guy. You're going to look ridiculous. And there's a lot of awesome fights you can go watch. Like, it's incredible, especially when it was in his prime. Like, you couldn't connect on anything. And he broke the game and just being like, I will beat you on the scorecard every time because you can't touch me.
There are some fighters. I will say this. I feel like Crawford has a Mike Tyson-esque aura.
Yeah.
Meaning he didn't run from fights. He didn't necessarily pick his fights. It didn't matter who it was. Whoever it was, how many belts, how many weight classes, whatever, he was knocking necessarily on your door. You don't see the approach of how Terrence Crawford has done it in his career like that in boxing. There's no other boxer that you could say that attacks things like Bud has in boxing in a while. Like I said, Floyd picked his fights. You know, he didn't fight Manny at his height and everything like that when he should have. Now, did he fight Manny and everything like that? Yeah, but he waited for Manny to kind of come down and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter with Bud. Bud wasn't, not picking to fight people and everything. Like, people's like, oh, well, he didn't choose to, fight Spence before his accident and whatnot. You can go back and look at it. It wasn't Crawford ducking.
Mm-hmm.
It was Spence. It was Spence's people trying to not, get into that match and everything like that. So Mike Tyson didn't care about who was in front of him. He wasn't nervous or anything like that. And that's why I said he has that type of aura to where it didn't matter who you put in front of him, he was knocking him down.
I like that. That's a good comparison in terms of their personality and how they went about it. Like, I ain't ducking, you know what? Like, we're going out here. We're going to.
He wasn't politicking. He wasn't, running behind. He didn't care. Like, he would show up, out of the blue and fight you that day. And like I said, the way that Bud did it, you can't pick one boxer in today's sport that necessarily has done it that way. Even Canelo, because if that was the case, then Canelo would go ahead and fight the Mexican Monster, and he ain't.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's fair. And this texter hits it perfectly. Unknown texter 8985 says Floyd Mayweather was one of the greats, but he ducked good competition towards the end of his career to stay undefeated. Whereas Crawford was moving up divisions and winning titles when nobody except for Nebraskans thought that he would. And that is, I think, the big separator was he just accepted every challenge, didn't really fear for it, and no one ever gave him the nod, and it didn't matter. He had that competitive personality to him, and you can make an argument more of a versatile fighter, but if we're talking purely on defense, you give it to Floyd Mayweather. If you want to put the whole package, I give the nod to our guy, Terrence Bud Crawford. But again, that's no disrespect to Floyd.
No,
I'm not a boxer. I would want to duck all those fights. So I'm not going to be talking crazy for him ducking some of those. Like, if I was Earl Spence, like, same thing, man. Don't worry. If I see Crawford, a guy.
I mean, and it wasn't a disrespectful. It like you see how things can get real disrespectful beforehand. Like, Bud never disrespected, Earl, and Earl never disrespected Bud. Now, Bud might have went at some of his naysayers in the crowd or whatnot, but it was all love between the two. It was a business decision, to get money or whatnot. So,
well, and also, like, if you're some of those fighters at that point in time, like, you're looking at it and like, this dude's a damn good boxer, but the rest of the world hasn't necessarily caught on, or globally it hasn't. So, like, if you get your butt kicked, people are going to be saying for a while until Crawford eventually became what he became. Like, man, you lost this. Like, it'd be a tough loss to take because Crawford wrongfully wasn't getting the respect he should have been getting. So that loss would have looked worse, even though it wouldn't be a bad loss to lose to a guy like Crawford, especially hindsight being 2020. But yeah, just what an incredible career for him. Awesome that he's a Nebraskan, and who knows, he might have paved the road for Omaha to bring out another elite fighter down the road after the legacy that he left behind. Just awesome. So shout out Terrence Bud Crawford. Been one of the more fun things to watch, like, in these past few years. Like, it's been unreal to have a guy come out of Nebraska and be the pound for pound best boxer.
For sure.
I love it. I love it a lot. I'm probably going to go back and just watch his highlights when I get home tonight at like 12 in the morning till 1 a.m. just to see and relive it one more time. But no, just incredible. With that being said, we'll throw it to break a little bit early. We're already coming up to the end of the break here. We'll talk NFL to wrap things up. Don't go anywhere. Don't Punt Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, to brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
I'm Terrell Farley, host of Bach in the Black Shirt Show at 1 to 3 weekdays. And my favorite thing to do, see, or go to in downtown Lincoln is the food, because they have great selections of food, and Buzzard Billy's with the great alligator they have down there.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in, Raf's Good Take on Sports. Don't Punt Hour with DeMornay Pierson-El. You guys are always welcome to join in. Wrapping things up here. Shout out Terrence Crawford as he retires, steps away from boxing after keeping a perfect undefeated record. Arguably one of the best pound-for-pound fighters ever to come across the sport. And we talked a lot of NFL winners, not so many, or a lot of NFL losers, not so many NFL winners. And we don't got all the time in the world. So I think we should start with the Broncos and the Packers. Broncos, big-time winners. Packers, big-time losers. And we kind of talked about that with the injury, but more so on the Broncos side of things. The Broncos are sitting pretty. How far can this team go realistically?
I mean, they can get to the Super Bowl. I believe so. It depends on how consistent their offense can be. That's the only thing that's going to hold them back. Their defense is balling out. The year that they won the Super Bowl, I think was that in 2015. This defense has better numbers than that defense. So they're on the cusp of it. And you remember how Sean Payton, I think for about like 4 or 5 years, had a good Saints team that was just one game away. For like 4 or 5 years, they were like 1 or 2 plays away from literally going to the Super Bowl or going to the NFC Championship or something like that. This team has that feeling about it. It's either they're going to go or it's going to be a play or two or something that stops them from going.
Yeah, they're going to be on offense, not defense. Those plays, if they do happen, or it's going to be a sloppy turnover, a dropped pass, or.
I mean, and the plays that I think that happened, it was like, there's like two pass interference that did get called. I think one was for sure against the Rams. I think the first time that they went to the Super Bowl, I think, or whatnot, that the Saints were right then and there. So I think this team has that type of ability, that type of ceiling to where, they can get there and they know they can get there. But I think it depends on how consistent the offense can be.
Well, let's move on here. The Jags are 10-4.
Coach of the year.
On top of their division.
Coach of the year.
It's incredible.
Coach of the year. And Vrabel's done a good job. Don't get me wrong, and the coach with the
what's his name?
With the Colts. But I mean, this is his first time head coach right out the gate. I think that's Coach of the Year right then and there. Like, don't get me wrong.
Cohn, right? Am I remembering his name wrong? Liam Cohn?
Nope, that's it.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Sorry to cut you off. I wanted to make sure I was getting the name right.
Yeah, no, it's him. Trevor Lawrence looks like the Trevor Lawrence that he's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. They have pieces down there, and they're doing this without Travis Hunter, and Brian Thomas was hurt for a big portion of the season or whatnot. And they're still rolling. ETN looks healthy. He looks the best he's ever looked. So I mean, the Jaguars, they could be a problem.
Are they title contenders?
No.
Okay. They're a good, fantastic season.
I think second one. Could they get there? I mean, any given Sunday, anybody could, but I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay. Bills get a much needed one over the Patriots. Now they're still behind, but the Patriots blew a big lead in that one. So they're kind of losers. One of the bigger blowups they have all year. Any concern for the Patriots?
The Patriots probably needed that.
Okay. The Bills, does that put them back on the radar for contending with the Super Bowl? You got a lot of faith? Okay.
No.
So we're still locked in with Patriots. Let them shake up a whole lot.
For sure.
Okay.
The Bills, I mean, this is your time now to really do something. Kansas City's not there, but I'm just not confident.
And I don't know how I forgot about this one. It was on my list at the beginning, but I missed it somehow. The biggest loser, like legitimately, that might be the biggest loser is the Bengals. They broke Joe Burrow.
Could we see Joe Burrow go to the Vikings?
No, get him. I don't want him in the NFC North. That division's tough enough.
People talking about him retiring and everything like that. I from what he said, I didn't see that. I see that somebody is frustrated with losing and frustrated with injuries. And people's like, oh, the Andrew Luck thing and everything like that, potentially. But I don't think Joe will go like that. I think he's frustrated with the situation of what it is and them putting up 34, 35 points and still losing. Like that's hard year in and year out. That's just not something that just came up. That's like a 3-year stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's more so frustrated and upset with the situation and tired of kind of being on the losing end of things when they have a dominant offense that can keep them in games.
You know where he should go if he decides to move or demand a trade out of there? Colts. Because a lot of the team will be in town.
Vikings.
How? Why would you want to play in the NFC North?
It's easy. You put Joe Burrow on that team or whatnot, my goodness. They really might be a Super Bowl. And as long as Brian Flores is there, on the defense or whatnot, they're going to be Super Bowl. You seen what he did with Jamar. They already went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, and
yes, it would be a great fit. I don't want it flat out. My Lord, you'd have a division with, oh my Lord, Williams, Stafford, and then you throw in.
You got Addison, the tight end, the running backs. That would be a monster. But I mean, that's not going to happen. They're not going to trade. They would have to get him in free agency.
All right, only a couple more left. Colts, Seahawks. Seahawks slight winners in this one. How'd you assess the first Phillip Rivers game?
I mean, he's coming off the couch. What you expect? Like he's not gonna be in shape. He was already a bigger guy. So I mean, the Seahawks got away with one. I mean, he was in the game, So give him another 2-3 weeks or whatnot, and see how he kind of takes over things or whatnot. But I mean, the Seahawks are winners, but not by much. You got a man coming off the couch still playing like that, and he's keeping it very, very competitive. I don't know. They found a way to win, though. They found a way.
They did indeed. All right, the last one, DeMornay. I'm gonna keep doing it because I get to, because it's a great story and it might be one of the best stories in the NFL. The Chicago Bears back at number 1 in the NFC North with a dominant win over the Browns. They get a game Saturday versus the Packers. But I mean, that's a big win. And taking the bias out of it, that was the first time you saw an offense really rev on all gears and a defense that an offense that capitalized off what a great defense it's been this year. And do you believe in Caleb Williams yet? Like, how many more times did the Bears got to win before you can say with me?
Until he can consistently put Superman in his cage and not be the reason that y'all lose on a more consistent basis. Like, are y'all a good team? Yes. Do y'all play the margins well and everything like that? Yes. Do y'all play complete games? Yes. But again, you have a man who has a superhero complex. He will always
turn it over. I mean, he's not turning the ball over.
Okay, then again, let his thoughts. It's like the Green Goblin was talking to his son. Let them thoughts kind of get going and whatnot, and we're gonna see what type of Caleb Williams we got. So like I said, he's going to be the downfall, or he's the Achilles heel of y'all, depending on which Caleb Williams shows up. If it's Superman and I got to save it and do too much, Caleb, y'all are in a bad position. But if it's controlled and precise and sticks to the plan type of Caleb, y'all could be a very dangerous team.
Yeah, that's all right. The conversation's gotten better and better as the weeks have gone on here. It was
the Green Goblin mask going to keep talking to him. I ain't worried about it.
Oh, we got the Green Goblins coming up on Saturday, so they'll try to throw a wrench in the Green Bay Packers. But title contenders?
No.
Yeah, I knew I was pushing too much for that one. That's fair enough. I'm not even ready to go that far yet. But it's been a fun season. It's been a crazy NFL season as we started off talking about the Chiefs being eliminated, went through some of the winners and losers, talked about the retirement of Terrence Bud Crawford, and wrapped up with some more NFL. That is the morning, Pierson-El. Appreciate it always, the morning. Me and DP up next till midnight.